Okay, Methodix. Let's talk about something that, these are really not talked about in motherhood. And I may be one of the only people that are going to talk to you about this because it is so against mainstream. And that is using earth medicine in motherhood. So, if you're new here, I am Emily, and I'm a Theta Healing practitioner and instructor, and I empower you to raise sovereign new earth kids confidently, all while navigating your own spiritual journey with ease, grace, and flow. And I have been on this journey. My daughter is going to be, she's 21 months today. And I have experienced the lowest of the lows in motherhood. I had postpartum anxiety, anger, depression. I hated the experience. I'll say that openly. It was not what I expected. I expected like the cuddles and the love, but I also expected to be getting sleep, which I don't know what I was thinking of, but I thought I was going to get sleep. And my daughter had acid reflux, and she wasn't a sleeper. She woke up every 30 minutes, and she would be restless and fussy, and I was so sleep deprived. I couldn't enjoy it. I could not enjoy the experience of motherhood. And I lost all my spiritual practices. I had gone to doing what everyone else did, trying to sleep train her, trying to formula feed her because maybe that was quote unquote better than my breast milk. I was up till 3 a.m. on Google trying to figure out what's the next best thing I can do for her. What does this sign mean? What does this little sound mean? And I found myself resenting my daughter, my husband, myself, the whole motherhood experience. And I wanted to run away. And that is the deepest, most vulnerable part of me coming through. And it is something that I know chances are you've experienced a little bit at some point. So I know you can understand. I know you can relate. Our higher self, it doesn't want to be in that space. But that survival self, it's like, I need to think of you and your being, and we are not happy here. I got to get you out. And this went on for probably around 6 to 10 months. And I was guided by doctors to go on antidepressive medication, which I was like, no, that's going to do only more damage to what's happening for me. That's not going to help me. I was guided to see a therapist, which therapy is great, not bashing it. It wasn't for me. I knew I would not find the answers there. And so I started turning to Theta healing. I started turning to the nature, the medicine of Mother Gaia. And these two things saved me. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. These two things saved me. Now, the first one, Theta healing, I've talked about it a lot. I was a British accent coming out. It's like it was a past life just channeled through. I've talked about Theta healing so much in pretty much every single one of my videos because that is what I live by. That is what has been the game changer for me. It has been a game changer for so many moms that I work with. This is it. It's not that one modality that nothing else is going to work. It's that one modality that allows you to do everything else with ease, grace, and flow. And that's what I wanted in my motherhood experience. I wanted to come back to that sovereign, trusting, grounded, feminine woman that I was. I wanted to be able to connect with my daughter on a deeper level. I wanted to be able to heal our bond, our soul bond that was fractured during her traumatic birth. I wanted to do so much, and I was not showing up for the mom that I knew that she deserved. Because the moment she was conceived, I was like, she's a new earth child. She's going to be changing the world. I have to do everything in my power right now to make sure that I can be her mentor. Not that she has to be my teacher, but that I can be her mentor. Because when we are sitting in a position where we don't want to heal, we don't want to seek help, we want to wallow in self-pity, when we are in that space, our children are going to mirror to us every single day, every single minute, exactly what we need to work on, exactly what we need to heal. And you can continue to run away from it, and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And this is how parents end up yelling at their kids because that stuff isn't addressed. It's just piled up and suppressed down. Or you can choose the path of being liberated, being sovereign, doing the inner work, reprogramming your crap from your childhood that you picked up from your parents and they picked up from their parents and they picked up from their parents. Release the conditioning of what society tells you is right and wrong about how to raise your child and what is right and wrong about how you show up in motherhood. And so once I started doing that work consistently, because I was doing it during pregnancy, I gave myself a downs and activations and healings to allow my pregnancy to be like beautiful. I loved it. Even those first 3 months when I had acid reflux, not heartburn. I had heartburn those first 3 months. And man, that was rough. It was rough. And I was able to heal that. So I was doing that work. But once my daughter was conceived, and then especially after those 10 months, I was like, we're going into overdrive here. And in that overdrive, I found two things. One, theta healing every single day, whether it's reprogramming a certain belief, whether it is doing body scans of myself, whether it is grounding my energy or releasing radiation from my body, my daughters, like some sort of healing, theta healing every single day, and earth medicine. Those are the two biggest things that made the biggest difference in my experience with postpartum depression and just being this sovereign mom for my daughter. And so when I talk about earth medicine, I want you to just sit for a moment and just close your eyes. Just go with me, close your eyes. And when I say I use earth medicine, you don't have to even know what the earth medicine is, just see. When I say I use earth medicine and I'm a mom, a breastfeeding mom, what are your first thoughts? What are your first feelings? Maybe it came out for you like, oh my God, I can't believe she does that. My whole image of her is just blown. I no longer see her as I saw her before because now she's doing this because it's harming her child. Because there's so many bad things that I've been told about it. She's a terrible person. Are those the first things that come up? Maybe the first things that come up for you is, oh my God, I'm not the only one who does this. Thank God, I want to hear what she has to say because I want to validate for myself that I'm meant to be doing this. And it's okay that I'm doing this. Just take note. Take note of what your belief systems are instantly telling you when I tell you I use earth medicine. Because I've had both of those experiences. I had both of those thoughts, if not many more that I haven't even touched on. There's so much guilt, so much programming and conditioning around using earth medicine. And when I say earth medicine, I mean psilocybin mushrooms. I mean weed. Those are my two primary ones. Those are the ones that I was guided to from Mother Gaia herself to use on a regular basis, even while I'm breastfeeding. Now take that in. How is your body wanting to respond to that? Because with all of this conditioning around weed and around these mushrooms, these beautiful, powerful mushrooms, and yes, I also use adaptogenic mushrooms as well. That's also earth medicine. And these are things that aren't regulated. There's no tests done for women who are breastfeeding. However, close your eyes again and tune in. Tune in now, not to your survival self, not to your subconscious mind. Tune into her, that inner mystic, that mystic mom, the one who is connected to source on a daily basis, the one that feels in her womb the power that comes from there, that can feel the anchoring into Mother Gaia, that feels the empowerment, that feels the trust, the knowing you're connected to your ancestors, your spirit team, creator. You hear them all. Ask that version. How does she feel about earth medicine and motherhood? Because I guarantee she will give you a different response. Guarantee. Now, I'm not sitting here telling you, like, do it, come, join me. I'm not going to force on anyone. What I am doing is shedding light for those of you who are listening to this that have been wanting to, that have been itching to, that maybe have tried it once or twice and then felt so guilty they didn't want to do it again. I'm talking to you. And I'm here to tell you that it has been a game changer for myself. Because no, I'm not showing up every single day for my daughter like high as a kite. I'm not taking a high dose of these psilocybin mushrooms which I microdose, by the way, I don't take a large amount of it. I take a really small, properly measured out amount of this very powerful earth medicine. And the reason why I call it earth medicine is because that's what it is. Mother Gaia has provided us with everything we need on Mother Earth to heal anything, 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 anything and everything. Yet we are told take medication, take pharmaceuticals, because that is the only way you can be healed. In theta healing, we connect with all the 7 planes of existence, and Mother Gaia is the second plane. And you don't think that if we are able to tap into her beautiful energy, there's not going to be healing powers there? We are alive because of her. If we had no air, if we had no sunlight, part of Mother Gaia's energy, we wouldn't be alive. And so you think that there's not something out there that she's created for us to heal? What? Of course, she is providing us with everything we need. And these very powerful plants, they open you up. Right now, inside of the Mystic, we just started the channel series experience. And this is an experience where the women who are inside the Mystic, we are going through clearing out your divine channel to Creator, your divine channel to your child, your divine channel to all the higher entities. We are opening up your third eye and your crown chakra and your soul star chakra. We are opening up your clear senses. It is so much fun. I'm so excited about this. And one of the things that we talked about in that is having this very, very clear channel, because that's what allows you to have trust. That's what allows you to know that Creator is always supporting you. That's how you're able to tap into your child's energy, by being that clear channel. So I love earth medicine. Why would I not want to have that deeper soul bond present, like visibly present in front of me when I'm connecting with my daughter? Why would I not want to see her aura so I can know what's inside of it? And earth medicine isn't the only way. This is what I'm teaching in my ThetaHealing Seminars. This is the power of doing this work and altering your brainwave state. One of the extra things that I have done because of theta healing is use earth medicine. Because if I didn't reprogram the beliefs around guilt, around being hated by God or being a bad person or harming my daughter, if I didn't have any of this or the doubt, if I held on to all of that, this wouldn't work. I would be actually physically manifesting that which I'm trying to avoid. So yes, it would harm her. And yes, it probably would traumatize her and would probably stunt her growth. But I chose, because I got the message loud and clear, use earth medicine. Because I trusted that. Well, I reprogrammed the beliefs that are going to say, this is of course possible for you. This is of course your daughter is going to benefit from this. I wouldn't provide anything for you if it wasn't going to benefit her. I reprogrammed those beliefs to hold that energy, that vibration of using this. And it's been a game changer. Because even in those moments when I use earth medicine, and because everything is different, right? And maybe I took a little bit too much. I'm like, okay, I have to be a parent here. I have to navigate this. I have to be in alignment. Even in those moments, I trusted. I leaned back and trusted. And the only way I was going to be able to trust, to lean back and trust, I have to make sure my mic was on, to lean back and trust was because of theta healing. Because of my very, very clear channel I have to source, that I have to my daughter, that very clear core programming that tells me I trust. I trust that I'm taking care of it every moment. I trust that every decision that I make is for the highest and greatest good for myself and my daughter. I trust that I'm always led down the right path. Those are my beliefs. I reprogrammed to hold those beliefs. And because I hold those beliefs, using earth medicine became neutral. There was no energetic charge to it. And anytime maybe an energetic charge does come in, for example, if my parents are around and I know they have their own belief systems of using earth medicine, so it kind of pulls out mine of, oh, wait a minute, are they going to judge me? If those moments come up, I simply go back to Theta, reprogram that belief, download myself with the new activations and programming. So my cells, tissues, and organs are like radiating, you got this. This is in the highest and greatest good for you. You can trust. Well, then I'm able to still go forward with what I know is in the highest and greatest good. Microdosing, they opened up new neural pathways. And if you've been following the Wild Mom podcast, I'm getting some really extraordinary speakers on using microdosing and motherhood and cannabis and motherhood. So make sure you go follow over there and listen to a couple of episodes because we can go so much deeper on the science of it, which I really want to. This video is more of just an eye opener for you. So, lost my train of thought. Microdosing opens up new neural pathways. And why would I not want to have new neural pathways being open? Because when new neural pathways are opened, I'm tapping into different parts of my brain that have been dormant. I'm tapping into different parts of my brain that has been shut down, my intuitive abilities that have been shut down from childhood because my parents weren't able to have that trust. My parents weren't able to know that there was more out there. My parents weren't able to, I love you both. You hear this? I love you both. But you were raised by people who also didn't believe and didn't believe and didn't believe. My parents didn't believe in spirits. They couldn't see ghosts. And so they would transfer that programming to me as a kid, whether through my mom's breast milk, whether through skin to skin, or what she would say when I would say, hey, I see a fairy, and they'd laugh, which most parents do. So why would I not want to open up those new neural pathways so that way I'm able to tap back into my natural state of sovereignty? Why would I not want to feel my nervous system so regulated, that I'm able to allow my body to heal, to have more energy throughout the day, to feel excited, to feel hopeful, to be able to dream? Why would I not want that? In motherhood, it's so easy for you to lose yourself because you're trying to be everything for everyone else. This is my thing for me that allows me to take care of me while also taking care of the rest of the world. Because I also have a business. I'm also doing all this to help you also be that sovereign new earth mom. And again, I'm not telling you to go take mushrooms or to smoke. I'm not telling you that I get high out of my mind. I'm telling you, I take what's in the highest and greatest good amount dose that I'm being guided, that I channeled through Theta healing to put me into a state of openness, to put me into a state of presence, to put me into a state that allows me to do what's quote unquote impossible. And this is just one way for you to access this ability, using earth medicine. Because all those 7 planes hold some sort of medicine to them, some sort of magic. So that's one way for you to tap into source. The other way is theta healing. There are many other ways. These are the 2 ways that I do it and that I teach because it's so freaking powerful, especially together. So powerful. And this is not talked about. And if you have any questions, let me know. Before you go, if you are watching this, you know what? Never mind. Cancel clear. I'm not even going to attract those people into my reality. I'm attracting those, and I am currently attracting those who are empowered, who are sovereign, who see the highest and greatest truth, who have compassion. And that's you watching this video. That's you listening to this. Having these 2 together can be life-changing for you. Having one, even just doing theta healing, is life-changing for your ability to show up for your child in a way that is loving and present and intuitive and grounded and feminine. So with that, I feel complete. If this was of value to you, I would love a like, a follow, subscribe, and sharing with another Mystic Mama. Let me know in the comments what comes up for you. Let me know what belief systems you feel you hold around this. And if you're interested, I welcome you to join the next Theta Healing Seminar. It's happening in June 2025, where you're going to learn about how to do all of this, how to tap into Mother Gaia's energy, how to open up your clear channel, how to see your kid's aura, how to reprogram beliefs so you can continue to do the work on yourself to be the highest and best version of yourself for your kids. I love you. I see you. I honor you. Bye.